Hi, we're just going to do a quick video on how to lengthen a screw in Tinkercad. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit on this screw right here. And the first thing you're going to do is you just want to click on it, and then we want to duplicate it by clicking on the duplicate button up here or hitting Control D, or I believe it's Command D on your Mac. So just click that once. That duplicates another screw inside this one. Now what I like to do here is I'm just going to change the color of the other screw. So I'm going to click on solid, and I'm just going to change it to a yellow so I can see it. Now it looks like there's one screw, but there's actually two inside of here. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to move the screw outside. And to do that, I'm just going to click on my arrow keys here. Sorry, my arrow keys, and that's just going to move it over to the right a little bit. And what I want to do is I want to remove this bottom sort of knurled kind of knob right here. Just grab this box, pull it in, and I'm just going to move by clicking on my middle mouse button. I'm just going to pan over a little bit there. And you can see I'm just clicking on that little black dot there, dragging that out. I'm going to click on this little black dot here, and I'm going to drag this out. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the little, and I'll rotate here a bit. I'm going to click on the little white box on the top to extend this up a bit. I'm just going to go to, doesn't really matter where you go to, there's fine. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I am just going to cut this off. So what I'm going to do is highlight, and I'm just right clicking my mouse button right now and dragging, and I will highlight both the screw and the box. And then I am just going to group them by clicking this button up in the corner up here, and I just click that once, and that should remove that whole bottom section. There we go. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this piece back over to here. And to do that, I am just going to go back down to my arrow keys right here, and I'm just going to click it back over until it aligns up and kind of disappears and kind of makes that weird mottled color there. And that's why I use the arrow keys, because that's going to make this a lot easier. Okay, once I've got that, I've still got that top piece highlighted right there, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it by using this arrow key up. You can see I can drag it up and down. Now that's not going to match up perfectly, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right down to the bottom here, and on Snap Grid I'm going to click that once. Sorry, it's a bit blurry. I'm going to click off, and that's going to allow me to do really tiny little movements. And I'm going to zoom in right there. Okay, I'm coming. And now this is the part that you want to use another key, and that's going to be your control key right here. And control allows you to move up and down using the arrow key. So you hold down your control key. On a Mac, it might be command key. And then you're just going to move this up by little tiny bits. And you can see, I don't know if you can see this, but it's gradually, slowly moving up. And you want to get it so it's just aligned perfectly. And it turns that kind of mottled color right there. You can see it kind of, yeah, just sort of a gray and a yellow at the same time. And there you go. You've actually combined this, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit, into a screw that's definitely a lot longer. Okay, and the last thing we need to do is just highlight both of them. And I'm just going to group them right there. Click group, and you have yourself a screw that's much longer than before. Anyway, hopefully you found that helpful, and yeah.